Thank you for tuning in to Homeschool Homesteaders. We are doing a series about raising winter pigs. Today we will focus on the month of December. In Minnesota, zone 3 or 4, that's where I live, by the way. If you're new to my channel, Minnesota is a winter month, and we're talking about the textbook definition of that term. We have snow, below freezing temps, and the pigs are handling the winter just fine. Some days the snow melted, so we have no snow, and some days you are driving in conditions such as this. In December, some days look like this, and some days are covered with white stuff, and the pigs are running through something that looks like this. My pigs are eating more of DIY pig feed now. Obviously, everything else is gone. No more weeds or fresh produce. We still have table scraps. I am still cooking potatoes in my turkey fryer and feeding my pigs potatoes. Obviously, you never feed raw potatoes to your pigs, but a turkey fryer is a good tool to cook some veggies for your pigs. In my previous video, I talked about Mike's Discount Food Store, and you could get cheap veggies, like a 50-pound bag of potatoes under $15. Minnesota is more like a giant freezer now. My garden still has herbs that I can feed my pigs, and all herbs are great and beneficial to your pigs with the exception of parsley, chives, and onions. Also, I feed my pigs horseradish, but the ground is frozen, so this will be the last horseradish meal of the year. Keep the big roots for yourself, but the smaller shoots you could feed to your pigs, and my pigs love horseradish. Since Thanksgiving was so late in the month of November, I still have leftover oil from frying my turkey. And into the pig feed, I pour a few cups at a time. Pigs do need more food in the colder winter months, so any extra calories that you could provide them will be beneficial. And oil from your deep fried turkey is perfect. I am still feeding leftover pumpkins, which were free. However, if you can't get your hands on some free pumpkins after the holidays, they are cheap, heavily discounted. So make sure you get your hands on some free cheap pumpkins if you are raising pigs. Another highlight from December is we are now feeding acorns that my kids harvested in the fall. We did have previous videos where I showed us harvesting acorns, and now in December we are feeding them to the pigs. The internet claims red acorns are very poisonous to your pigs. My pigs eat them just fine. I do soak them to get rid of some of the tannins, but I don't see any side effects for my pigs. And every day, give them a few cups at a time. And I'm just surprised that the pigs know how to eat this. So they crack the shells in their mouth, and I'm assuming they eat the inside of the shells. So it just fascinates me that they know how to eat them. There is a controversial idea on YouTube about burning your pig manure and other livestock's manure. I decided to try it out. This is my first year doing this, and I make little hills of pig manure all over my land, away from my house, and I make a fire. And this should kill off some parasites, disease like E. coli, and it will help break down the manure faster. This is my first time doing this, but I'm willing to try it out. And according to fellow YouTubers, this is a artificial burning method for your compost. And once the fire dies down, it's heated well enough, and this manure will be ready for your garden in spring. So first time trying it out, don't quote me. However, the weather was below freezing, the temps, and the pig manure was frozen in the month of December, so I could no longer clean up their pen daily like I did in the other months. Pigs are taking it easy nowadays. They move slower in the colder weather, but they still have a very healthy appetite. And I'm guessing 2 buckets of food, or a bucket a day per pig. Temps were below freezing, and so the food that is in your garage is obviously frozen stiff. What I do is I take a pot of boiling water and I pour it into the bucket of feed that was in the garage. And by the time I get to the pig pen, the food is soft and palatable. Pigs are obviously not in the mood to eat frozen ice cream, so when I pour hot water, it makes it more edible. I also pour hot water into the frozen water bucket, and this procedure melts the frozen water. However, as the temps get colder, I gave up on that method and I decided to bring the buckets into my laundry room overnight, and this way the pigs will get a nice warm food every day and I don't have to deal with boiling water. I also have produce in my chest freezer from my garden. Obviously, it's frozen solid, but overnight in the laundry room, bring the bucket inside the house and it will thaw them out. And this is a nice way to get rid of your veggies from your garden, which you're not going to eat yourself, but your pigs will have nice frozen veggies in the middle of a bleak winter. I also have to bring water from my house since I disconnected my hose, and I fill up their water bin. And this de-icer works very well. The bin has melted water, even kind of like room temperature water. And the pigs could still drink from the nipples, but I'm afraid that it might get so cold that if they do drink from the nipples, their tongue will stick. And so what I do is I pour them fresh water daily into their little bin so they could drink. If we look at this calendar of December temps, we see one day where the temps were in the 50s. The pigs definitely enjoyed that particular day. They were very happy. This was a good time for me to clean their pens and give them some extra bales of hay. Few days later, the temperatures dropped down to minus 20 Fahrenheit overnight. And the pigs handled the weather just fine. However, some of my fans and family members were worried about my pigs and even recommended that I give them a blanket. I did. I gave them a blanket just to appease my fans, and they did not like sleeping underneath the blanket, but slept on top of the blanket just fine. And I also put a heat lamp into the barn just to appease my fans and family members. However, we had below zero weather for about a week, and the pigs handle it just fine. There is more labor involved in raising pigs over the winter compared to summer. However, I will take no smells, no bugs, no mud bats any day over raising pigs in the summer. So from now on, I raise pigs in the winter. People tell me that my pigs look small, and they do look small on the video if there's no comparison. So in the month of December, I am appearing more and more in my videos so you can see how big the pigs are compared to me. I am 6 feet tall and weigh 215 pounds. So as a comparison, you could see where my pigs stand. It's Christmas time, and we decided to say goodbye to beef for the next 6 months because early January we are butchering these pigs, and we will obviously have plenty of pork. So for Christmas, we decided to have a prime rib, and I followed Chef John from Food Wishes, his recipe. My wife and kids do not like rare meat, so we had to shoot for something above medium. And like I said, by the end of December, my pigs are 300 pounds. We will butcher them next month. And so for Christmas, we decided to have a prime rib meal. Thank you for watching this videos, and next video will be the pig butchering process. Stay tuned.